As I started to think about putting a video together, kind of recapping what I did in 2022 with the Mustang, I didn't think the list was going to be that long. But then I sat down and actually wrote it all out, and it was a lot. I started the year by wrapping up some projects from the previous year, then moved to put some auxiliary gauges in a gaping hole where somebody had really hacked apart the dash at the radio space. I then installed a 3-point seatbelt in the rear for my youngest son to be able to accompany me on car shows, Cars with Coffee, etc. To better monitor what the carburetor was doing, I installed an air-fuel ratio meter. That involved installing an O2 sensor in the exhaust. It just works great, and I know that the carburetor is working the way it should be. I also installed some new valve covers. Just makes the engine look just a little bit better than it did before. Next up was the quick ratio steering box. The old one did come out pretty easily, and slapped the new one in, and then moved to a much larger sway bar. Both of these made a impressive change to the way it handles. To ensure I was getting a consistent fuel delivery, I made sure I upgraded to a brand new fuel pump. And by far one of the biggest projects this summer for me was the CPP front suspension kit. This really has transformed the way the car handles, and it brings the suspension technology up to a much more modern time with tubular A-arms, a lower A-arm, which is totally different from the strut that's on the stock Mustang, and just had a great time with this. The hood scoop that was on the car was just a cheap replica, so I actually replaced it with a much better replica that actually had working vents and such. And then I could add some turn signals to the hood scoop. This turned out great. I found some sequential lights and wired it all in, and now I can watch the magic happen. And of course I added matching sequential taillights to the back of the car. And to ensure that all of these upgrades were actually making a difference, I decided to go out autocrossing. I'd never autocrossed before, and I had a complete blast out there doing it. Learned a lot about how the car handles. For my first time, I obviously wasn't going very fast, and I'm definitely looking forward to more autocrossing in my future.
Perfect. Right, left, slow. Or left, I'm sorry. Perfect. To the right side of the cone here. Left. Go. Perfect.
The other major project that I did was installing a T5 5-speed transmission. I'd been looking at different transmission options, and so I took out the old 3-speed manual and then with an adapter plate installed the new 5-speed. It's really transformed the car too. I'm just having a great time driving around with those extra gears. Now it was time for better wheels and tires. I picked up a set of American Racing torque thrust wheels, very classic for the Mustang, and some nice sticky racing tires. It's really transformed the look of the car. I really love the way they handle. A lot more traction for sure. New wheels and tires only meant one thing. It was time to take it back out to the track. Certainly really enjoyed it the second time that I'd been out there, and definitely the tires made a massive difference. Not to my times, because I'm still not that good of a driver, but I still felt a lot more confident out there. I wanted to improve the timing, so I got a progression ignition digital distributor and a new harmonic balancer. The distributor allows me to no longer rely on mechanical weights or the vacuum to control the advance. Everything is now digital, and it's connected to my phone via Bluetooth. I can control the timing at any level using the maps. It really has made the engine run so much smoother, and I'm convinced that there's a lot more power. I installed a new fan shroud, but ironically my car actually runs too cool. I'm probably going to have to address the thermostat at some point in the near future. And my final modification for 2022 is a new lower valance. This is the racing version that works with the bumper. So that wraps up all the changes that I made in 2022. Like I said, I thought it wasn't very much, but now that I look back, I think it was quite a bit. A lot of changes for sure, suspension, transmission, and lots of other little things here. Definitely looking forward to 2023. I think the big thing will be bodywork and paint, and get this thing looking really nice, and continue to drive it all that I can. Thanks for watching.